By Jessica Maloney, illustrated by Muro Ortega. Focus Fashion. How do race and Simon's difference and similarities have built their friendship? It was the end of July, the longest, hottest, most boring stretch of the summer. Simon had gone to the beach, watched the fireworks on the 4th of July, spent a week at base camp. Now he had nothing to do. "I'm so bored," Simon moaned as he flopped dramatically onto the couch. "Why don't you meet the new neighbors?" His mom suggested. "A family moved in here while you were away at camp. They have a daughter. They have a daughter your age." Simon sighed. "Couldn't sneakers anyway. Meeting new people always made him a little anxious. His mom knew that. All summer, she had been pushing him to make new friends. He knew she wouldn't take no for an answer. As soon as Simon knocked, the door swung with a bang. "Hi!" exclaimed the bright-eyed girl in the doorway. "My name is Ray. You must be Simon. If your mom told me all about you. We're both starting sixth grade this is fall. It's finally to meet you." There was bulky earrings that jiggled as she spoke. She was also covered from head to toe in violent paint and glitter, as though an art classroom had exploded all around her. "Sorry, I would give you a hug, but I've been crafting. Do you want to see my new room? It's taken me all week to decorate, but I think I'm almost there. I'm going for a sort of interstellar theme. Planets and glow-in-the-dark stars and asteroids and spaceships, you know." Simon grinned. Ordinarily, he would have found Ray at over a mile a minute chatter overwhelming, but if there was one thing he loved to talk about, it was outer space. "Do you have a favorite constellation?" he asked as his follower inside. "Mine is Orion." From that on, summer flew by. Simon and Ray became inseparable, spending hours together at the library, the pool, and each other's house. They could not have been less alike. Ray was bubbly and outgoing, while Simon was quiet and shy. What drew them together was their sheer fascinating fascination with space. The week before school started, they decided to stargaze in Simon's backyard. His mom had them set up their telescope and chuckled at the tools Frank could about to point it. Ray wanted to spot the meteor shower. Simon wanted to find Mercury, one of the trickiest planets to detect. "You two are really different at night and day," Simon's mom said. "What does that mean?" Ray said, hands on her lips. Simon's mom pointed at the sky, which was shifting light to dark. "It's just an expression," she said. "Daytime and nighttime are opposite, just like the two of you. It is just like you, right, to want to see the flashiest thing in the sky," Simon began, "while you, of course, are more interested in the mysterious planet Mercury," Ray concluded. They both laughed. The following week, Simon and Ray started sixth grade. For Simon, middle school was overwhelming. The hallways were crowded, noisy, and full of strange faces. Ray, on the other hand, was excited to start at a new school. Everyone seemed too eager to get to know her. Within the first week, she persuaded the principal to let her form a space club. She convinced Simon to become the first member. As the week by, Ray grew more and more popular, and the space club meetings have moved to a larger classroom. Their lunch table was so crowded that Simon sometimes ate in the library, where it was quieter. Simon understood why so many kids like Ray. Wait a minute. She was outgoing, hilarious, and confident. She attracted friends like moths to a flame. But as far as Simon was concerned in middle school, he was hot enough without always being in the limelight. The last shock came when Ray decided to nominate Simon for president of the Space Club. She made the announcement in front of everyone, without asking Simon first. We'll nominate a few candidates, then make a speech, and then we'll vote. Ray explained subtly, I nominate Simon. I think he would be an amazing president. Simon felt his hands immediately begin to sweat. I have to make a speech, he whispered to Ray. I the thought of speaking in front of everybody made his heart pound. That's right. Simon could feel every eyeball in the room looking at him, and the face grew hot. No, he muttered, I don't want to do that. Why not? It's just a short speech. I don't care, Simon responded, painfully aware of the audience. I don't want to make a speech. Just because you like to be the center of attention doesn't mean everybody else does. Ray started to stare at him in confusion. I thought you'd want to be president. Well, I don't, Simon blurted out. Fine, Ray exclaimed, and nominate someone who isn't afraid of a little speech. Fine. Simon stormed out of the classroom. He heard gasps before the door slammed shut behind him. The rest of the week went by a miserable whirl. Simon skipped the next Space Club meeting, but he heard that Ray was elected president. Whenever she passed him in the hallway, she glanced at him steadily, then looked the other way. He avoided her the lunch too, eating alone in the library instead. Unfortunately, he still had to go to the cafeteria to buy food. On Friday, he spotted Ray at the usual table, chatting merrily with her friends, as though nothing were wrong. Crushed, Simon wondered if the friendship had been important to her as it was to him. She had so many friends. After all, Simon missed Ray, but maybe they were really like night and day. Maybe we're just too different to be friends. Distracted by his phone, Simon tripped over a stray backpack, and his tray went flying. He sprawled across the cafeteria door. A hot wave of humiliation rushed through his body as everybody in the cafeteria erupted in laughter. Everybody, that is, except Ray. For a brief moment their eyes met, and then Simon looked away, blinking black tears. As Simon scanned his feet, hit another crash. Gray has gotten up to throw away her trash, and she spectacly as well, arms and legs falling as she stumbled. The laughter grew even louder, but she didn't seem embarrassed. She bounded right up and took a dramatic sweep with bow. Everybody whistled and clapped as if she just finished an incredible performance. Then they started died down, and they returned to their lunches. Ray came over to help Simon gather his lunch, and they headed down the library together. I'm sorry about our fight, Simon, Ray said. I really thought you wanted to be the president. I thought I was being a good friend. I'm sorry too, Simon said. You're a good friend, he smiled. Thanks for taking the attention of me back there. Anytime, Ray replied, waggling her eyebrows. I don't always understand you, but I often got your back. She threw her arm on his shoulders. Can we be friends again? I've missed you. Sure, Simon said, grinning. I've missed you too. As they sat down at the table in the library, Simon said, by the way, congratulations on being elected. You'll be a great president. Thanks, Ray replied. You know I could really use a great vice president. connections. Writing. Write a letter to Simon explaining how he can calm his nerve about giving a speech in front of his classmates. Social studies and art. Imagine that you are running for president of the Space Club. Create a campaign of posters showing why you could be an ideal leader.
Good job.